What's up guys, Nick Rapazzi here. Welcome to the Paradise C6 YouTube channel. So today we're gonna be working on the Datsun, and a big part of the metal work that needs to get done is these frame rails that are on here. As I've shown you guys many of times, that they're all rusted out, and this is where the motor mounts up to, the steering rack, everything, basically the main suspension and everything that goes along with that in the front end mounts right to here. And this is just pretty much gone. I found this place in Canada that remakes these. They were 500 bucks for the set. And then I also found that place was out in Ohio that makes rocker covers. So these aren't the exact pressed metal for all the inside sheet work and all that kind of stuff, which I'm not worried about for rigidity. I just want this to look good. So having these pieces will pretty much cut out all the rusted part, paint everything behind here black, and then cover this up. But before we get to any of that, I want to clean up the engine bay and get rid of a lot of stuff that isn't needed, and to get in behind and fix some rusted out areas. One of the big examples you can see here is under the battery tray. It's all rusted and rotted out in between there. So we're gonna take I have a, what's this thing called? It's called a spot weld cutter. So we're gonna spot weld cut pretty much everything that we don't need in the engine bay, just like all this stuff for the stock wiring harness and all this stuff. I just want to clean this up, make sure there's nothing in here, and then get to the metal repair. So I'm gonna time lapse a lot of this and just go to town with these. I got 20 heads on this thing just in case they wear out quick. I got it on Amazon. It was like a $20 tool, so hopefully it holds up. But let's get right into it and get this prepared so we can get these frame rails in. Alright guys, we have most of the spot welds on the top out, and it is separated from the metal that's right here. But there is still some spot welds that I gotta go through and get on here, and then on the outside it's completely rusted and still covered up. So what I think I might do is I might go in on the other side and just cut the line right off, because the metal's gotta get replaced anyway. So there's no point in me going through and spot welding all the stuff on the outside of the car. But all the stuff is in the inside is out. I did forget one of these little tabs here, but all the other tabs are gone. A lot of this I'm gonna try to do in one big section. So I think what I'm gonna do for here is cut this out starting here and then come all the way to right around here and just make this one piece, because I'm not using any of these screw holes. None of this actually matters, and just cleaning this up and making it look good, one piece here. And then the same thing right here, but just in a smaller section. So I'm just gonna cut from the outside of the strut tower here and just cut this whole section out right here and replace that whole piece. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding some of the roll cage into this and then incorporating this into the firewall and then connecting to the roll cage as well. So with me doing all that, I want to just clean this up and just make this look really, 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 really clean. So we're going to do a fully shaved engine bay. So I'm going to come in here, fix the metal, do a bunch of the Bondo work, and make this thing look smooth as glass and make sure it looks good. Nothing like you guys saw here with the 1.5 inch of Bondo just shoved in here. It's just a skim coat to make everything look good. So that's going to be it for today. I'm not going to end this video. We're just going to start again tomorrow. There's just so much work to do to put that all in one video. It's just, or do it all in one day and put it in one video is just too much. So we'll come back tomorrow and get day 2 on this. What's up, guys? So back for day 2, and today we're gonna be working on getting the outside stuff off. So I'm not gonna record any of this stuff because it's just time consuming and tedious, and I'm sure you guys don't want to just watch me drilling and grinding out welds on these pinch welds for the frame rails here. Big thing that we're gonna try and focus on though is keeping this stuff exactly where it is, because this is the adjustment for like the lower tension rods on there. So I'm gonna mark some marks on the body itself, so this way I know where this starts and ends on all sides, and I'm gonna try to get this as close as possible. One thing that sucks is this piece right here is all rotted out, and that isn't part of what this is right here, or at least that doesn't what it looks like. Because if you look through the rust hole, the frame rails right here, and then that lower part's like its own section. So we're gonna have to see what is savable on both sides, and it's just gonna be a matter of me getting sheet metal and just making it. It's not that hard of a like an angle to make, and the biggest part is just getting this in the correct location, and then this is realistically just bracing. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do here. But I'm going to put you guys down, get these jack stands out of the way so we can get these removed, and I'll check in with you when we get one side removed just to show you what that looks like, and then we'll get the other side out. All right, guys, so we finally got the frame rail out. It took a lot longer than I thought it would. It took me almost 2 hours to get this thing out, and the damage is a lot worse than I thought. And again, it's with the mounting point for where the motor and the steering mount, that basically that K-member right there mounts right here, and this is ready to fall off. This metal that was on here where the spot welds were right here was almost impossible to get in with the drill bit, so I ended up just cutting it straight, and I'm just gonna grind that down. And I think what I'm gonna do is end up cutting this metal out right here and just creating this lip all brand new again, because this is all just torn up. Like there's barely any metal right here anymore. And once I have this newer frame rail set in, then I'm just gonna come in and just replace all the sheet metal straight across just to keep this thing clean. And you're never gonna see any of this stuff under here. It's all gonna get POR 15 and covered up, but I just wanna make sure it's done right and it's gonna hold some power, because eventually, knowing me, I'm gonna wanna make 600-700 horsepower out of this thing, and I want it to be strong. So yeah, super excited this side's out. I still have to get the other side out and still have a whole bunch of stuff. I still do all the stuff, so same stuff that I did to this one, to that one. There's a bunch of different, I didn't even realize it was still connected in here. I ended up just bending the metal. So I'm gonna cut this out too. Basically just gonna replace all this stuff. We're gonna grind all this down, get rid of the rust, and then POR 15 everything on the inside before we button everything up, so this stuff doesn't happen anymore, and we'll have a rust-free car. But that side's the worst side, so hopefully that side comes out. I'm gonna probably stop, go into a third day. We'll end up doing this again tomorrow. I was supposed to go pick up a G35 to do the swap out of that car into this car, but the guy backed out of it last minute. Literally just texted me like an hour ago saying that he can't do it. So gonna be on the search looking for a G37 motor. Basically the VQ 35 or 37, whichever one I come across, is a good deal. So I have a couple people that I'm talking to, so hopefully we'll find something. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it there. I'll get that frame rail out tomorrow, and then we can start putting those back in. So hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of update video. Hopefully the next one we're installing the new stuff. So hopefully tomorrow we'll start getting that stuff in and get it all lined up. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please get a big thumbs up. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button. And if you got any questions whatsoever, drop in the comment section below, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.